Okay, what we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be walking through a program in Java that uses a set from the Java Collections framework. So we want to write a program that reads text from a file and breaks it up into individual words. We're going to insert the words into a tree set. At the end of the input file, we'll print all words followed by the size of the resulting set. This program will determine how many unique words a text file has. So if we go into JGrasp to look at the program, 1 through 5 we're importing basically the classes that we need. You can see on line 4 that we're importing the tree set class. So we're going to implement a set using the tree set class, and then we're going to be using an iterator, so we need to import the iterator class. So what we're going to do, the name of the class is count words. There's several files that we can go ahead as input. On line 20, basically what we're doing is we're trying to go ahead and instantiate the file and saving it in a scanner object called in, so we can go ahead and load up all the information or all the text into our scanner object. On line 23, what we're doing is we're creating an instance of a tree set called unique words. Line 25, what we're doing is we're just setting up an accumulator to count the total number of words in the file. And then line 26 through 33, we're iterating through the file, grabbing each string in the file successively checking to see if there is a string using the hasNext method. If there is, then on line 29, what we're doing is we're using the .next method to go ahead and grab that string, and then we're calling our clean method. So if we scroll on down, basically all the clean method does is it just iterates through the string that gets passed in, and it removes any non-letters. So if it is a letter, we'll go ahead, we'll add it to the string, and then finally the value that gets returned is set to lowercase. So what we're doing is we're not depending upon the case of the letter to find out if it's unique or not. So after we clean the string, then we add 1 to our number of words, and then line 32, we're adding the word to our set, our unique words tree set. If it is a duplicate, it will not be added. So that's one of the functionality of a set, is if it finds that item in the set, it will not add that item to the set. So that way we can determine all the unique words. And then what we're doing here on line 35 is we're just displaying the set. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to run it the first time through with the test3 text, so you can go ahead and see what's actually in the test file. So there's multiple instances of down. Let me see. There's not many other multiple instances of words in here. You can see there's an asterisk after the LL, so our clean function should remove that, and it should go ahead and remove the slash in night and return to night. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back into count words, and I'll compile and run the program. And what it does is it comes back with a list of words. Again, Alice began, cat. You notice that Dinal, it removed the ampersand or the single quote, and then tonight it removed the dash. So that's one way that you can go ahead and display the set. Another way that you can display the contents of the set is just using a for each loop. So let me just go ahead and delete out my comments. And then what we'll do is we'll run it with test2. So if we open up the test2 file, So it looks like there's multiple instances of she and it and was in the file at least. So let me go ahead, go back into our count words. I'll go ahead and compile. So now what we're going to do is we're going to display each word on a separate line by using a for each loop to iterate through our set. So we'll go ahead and run. So basically it comes back with unique words. There were 26 total number of words, and the unique words were 23. And then finally, there's another example of actually displaying the data using an iterator as you iterate through the set. So let me just comment out these lines of code and uncomment out the lines that actually use the iterator. Okay, so the lines have been commented out. Let me get rid of that last dash. And as you can see, in order to use an iterator, what we've done is we've created an instance of an iterator that will hold a string in the iterator on our unique word set. And then what we're using the hasNext method to make sure there is an item, a string in the iterator, and then what we're doing is we're just printing out that item that string that gets pulled from the iterator. So again, when you use an iterator, you always want to go ahead and use the hasNext method so you don't get to the end of the set and you run into an error. So let me just go ahead and compile. The other thing I want to do is we're just going to go ahead and look at test number 1 file. So I'll open that file up. There's some words that are capitalized. And then it looks like there's a few words that actually have more than one. So let me go back into count words, go ahead, compile the program, run the program. So now what we have is the total number of words is 50, and then the number of unique words is 37. So again, this is a program that you could use to go ahead, or a class that you could use to count the number of unique words in a file using a tree set. So that's all I had for this video. So we will talk to you later.